and welcome to a special program of Cricket Predicta brought to you by 1xBet. Womiki Infrastructures, Delhi NCR. What do we have today? Yes, we have the table toppers. Who do we have it? Yes, they were up against. Last night was a thriller. We are against the home team, Mumbai Indians, at their fortress, at their home ground, in their backyard. But what happened? In a rain-curtailed match, Gujarat Titans easily, calmly, with great compose and confidence, took over the match yesterday. And guess what? And now they've emerged on the top of the table. Last night, the Gujarat made a strong statement by defeating Mumbai Indians with a margin of 3 wickets under the DLS room. Well, Mumbai had set a target of 156 with Will Jacks playing a solid knock of 53 runs. But the rain had its say. The target was revised to 147 runs for 19 overs, and Gujarat got there calmly, clinically, confidently. Gujarat climbs up to the top of the table with 16 points with a healthy net run rate of 0.79. Yes, very important point here, overtaking Royal Challengers Bangalore in the process. But for Mumbai, it was a bit of a jolt. With 7 wins in the 12 games, they've now dropped to the 4th place, and the winning momentum has come to a halt. Well, it's always a nice thing for the fans when things go up in the points table. Well, joining me right now is a podcaster, an authority on the game of cricket, especially the leagues all across the world. His name is Paul Tinnett. Paul, welcome to the show. Was it the middle order collapse of Mumbai that ensured that they left with a very less margin and a big, small total to give it to their opponents, Gujarat Titans, last night? Your views?
Wow, what a fascinating game of cricket. Mumbai will certainly, obviously, strongly regret, was it 5 wickets that they lost in 1 wicket every over for 5 overs or something like that? Because they would have felt that they'd been on top, they'd been lucky, some dropped catches, and after those 2 early wickets, the partnership between Surya Kumar Yadav and Will Jacks was looking like it was going to take them into a very strong position. I think the win predictor had them scoring over 200 at one stage. It was kind of the over just before all the collapse. Rashid Khan, a couple of strong shouts for LBW that didn't go his way, but very economical over. And it was from there that all the tumble of wickets fell. And then Prasid Krishna, although he didn't get a wicket after the collapse, he completed things with an over which I think that only went for about 2. And that really took all the momentum away from Mumbai Indians. So there's still plenty of topsy-turvy twists and turns still to come. But yeah, that was a big moment, that big collapse.
Paul, DLS, the Duckworth-Lewis system, seems to be causing a lot of problems since the 1992 World Cup. You remember the famous Australia and South Africa match? Last night was almost the same. Rain curtailed, targets were stripped and completely compacted. Your views on that?
No, not at all. You'll never hear me criticising Duckworth-Lewis-Stern, DLS, or saying that it's the reason that one side won or another side lost, because having seen the different ways of fixing or deciding a rain-affected game prior to that, this is by far the very best method. I can remember some farcical games back in the 80s, which then led to the most productive overs method, which then led to the crazy result in the World Cup of 1992 when South Africa needed 22 off 13 and suddenly needed 21 off 1. So get the mathematicians involved, and they did. And I think they have produced a fantastic system. It's not always going to be, there's always people saying whether it was perfect or not in the night, because it is something that is worked out in advance. And so it can't take into account all the specific conditions that prevailed on the night itself. But I think if you needed 24 off 2 overs, with, 4 wickets in hand, if it gets then reduced to 1 over, 15 off that over seems about right to me. I think any less than that, it would be too much in advantage of the batting side. And any more than that would be too much of advantage of the bowling side. I am biased, though, because I do love Duckworth-Lewis-Stern quite a lot.
Well, Paul, Fred Bolt has been an absolute success. Not right now, but for a long time, along with Jasprit Bumrah. They still ended up in the losing side. Do you think it was quite ironical, considering that they're one of the best fast bowlers of the game in the present-day circumstances?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Bolt and Bumrah were superb last night, as they so often are. The ball of the match, and one of the most enjoyable balls of the IPL for me, was the way that Bumrah dismissed Gill last night. Richie Beno always used to say, the physicists say that the ball cannot get speed from the pitch, it must slow down, but sometimes it sure does look so, and that was the case last night. You would have sworn that ball picked up speed off the pitch, cannoned into off stump, sort of angled back in as well, and to comprehensively knock the off stump out of the ground from a player as good as Shubman Gill. Highlights, if anyone needed it, just what a fantastic bowler Jasprit Bumrah is. In terms of what they did wrong, I mean, you're obviously going to have a bit of a gulf in quality if you've got two such wonderful bowlers. But for me, it was the very last ball that they really should have been able to get a tie and force it to the super over. Now, other people have been saying it as well, but it's something that has long driven me mad, that when the scores are level and the final ball of a white ball game, there's really no way of stopping the single without a run out that is affected really well, because the batters are going to be flying through. So unless it's an absolutely, unless they miss it, it goes through to the keeper. You've got to have a fielder right next to the stumps. And the fact that Mumbai didn't have that was just inexcusable, but I see it so often that they always set the field a bit too deep for that final ball. You should have someone standing right at the stumps so that the bowler doesn't need to do it. If that were the case last night, then the throw from Hardik Pandya would have been taken. I think there would have been time for the run out, and we would have had a super over.
Thank you, Paul. Now we welcome Noel David into the show. Noel, thank you very much for joining. CSK has one-sidedly dominated the head-to-head play battle against the KKR. Yes. With 19 wins in 31 games, is it going to be a bit of a danger for the KKR concerning their IPL 2025 playoff? Seems to be a little bit of a problem. Your views?
Hi Sunil, it's really sad to see CSK not among the qualification teams. They've been 5-time champions. The way they have played the cricket this year in this IPL is not up to the standard what the fans or what we have expected out of Chennai Super Kings. They have lost some close encounters in a few games. I think if that would have been on their side, I think CSK would have been a different team overall. But unfortunately, nothing worked towards their side this year. But coming to this game against KKR, they can, though they have dominated them previously in previous encounters during this IPL last season, before that, But in today's game, I think KKR has a slight edge over CSK because KKR has a good team. They have a very balanced team. They also need to pick up their strength from what they had last year. They had a strength which made them the champions. But this year, I think on and off, they are good. But I think this match is very, very important for them to stay in the competition because they are, I think, sixth place, if I'm not mistaken. So I think if they keep winning from here, I think they can have a chance or outside chance, if I say. But CSK can be a spoiled this thing. They can upset KKR and that will spoil KKR's opportunity. So I think KKR should be a little careful in whatever in the strategy plans and execute it correctly.
Well, after getting eliminated already, CSK has nothing to fear. They're just going out, setting their next year's team in place. Dhoni, of course, all eyes are on him, his future plans. But tell me, how is it going to be team's morale when they come against the KKR tonight at the match?
CSK has nothing to lose from here now. They have been eliminated. So I think CSK's approach will be totally different. And we have been seeing them during this few games. They have been fielding youngsters into the side. They're giving them the opportunity to know how can they sustain pressure of this IPL. I think we could see some good youngsters prospering in CSK. One is Matre, who's from Mumbai, who has played under 19, and I think he's a great prospect for the Indian team in the near future. With Rashid from Andhra, I think these two youngsters have opened the innings few games. I think there is some for youngsters in the campaign. I think they will also get an opportunity in the last few games. So I think that's the only approach they are doing. I think the attitude also is good. It will be changing. I think nothing to lose attitude will be there. They may give it all they have in the last few games, so that at least they can have some pride with with winning notes. So I think Dhoni already must have spoken to the team what will the approach will be. So we have to just and wait and watch how they are going to play against KKR.
Well, we now have Anil Chaudhary. Of course, Anil Chaudhary is one of the most decorated umpires in the game of cricket, especially the leagues all across the world. And he's just taken up a new role as the commentator for the IPL. Anil, welcome to the show. CSK batting form has been a serious concern. And except for Ravindra Jadeja, Shivam Dube, the top two run getters with 260 and 256 runs respectively. If you have Shivam Dube and Ravindra Jadeja scoring top runs at the top of the table, what do you make up of the big guys, the big guns, the big cannons who could not, fire off at the right time? And that is the reason for their elimination. What do you think the batting suffered a lot on this?
CSK batting is a concern throughout the tournament, especially the middle order. They tried a lot of players. They tried Hooda, they tried Tripathi, but no one is scoring what CSK is looking for. Last game, Ravindra scored, and result, they were almost there, and they were unlucky to lose that game. They almost made it, and Dube also chip in between in few games. Basically, Jadeja and Dube, they are the only two players those who have scored in the tournament 260 plus. Others are not there consistently. Conway could not score. Ravindra started well, then dropped. Now Ayush is scoring very well. Ayush is a good player, and although he started he joined the team late because as a replacement player, but CSK batting they need to work again on middle order. Dhoni also got out early in this last game, and other games also. But again, he has a role to finish in last 2 overs, so we can't blame him for that. So basically, CSK need to work on their middle order, and then only they can win. But good that they have Ayush with them, and Jadeja scored few runs in last game, and Dube also. So if 4-5 guys can contribute, they can have a better result.
Varun Chakrabarti seems to be the best bowler for KKR in the current season with 22 wickets. Yes, he's snippy, he's deceptive, and he has got all the skills to contain the runs. Where do they need to work out and utilize Chakrabarti more specifically and useful, considering that they have to go in for the kill in this match today?
Varun Chakrabarti is bowling brilliantly. He started in Champions Trophy and continue in this tournament also, and doing very well for KKR. He has taken 22 wickets, and he's always a mystery bowler because his incoming ball batters are not able to understand, and maybe KKR can use him twice, maybe at least 1 over in power play, and then 2, and then maybe 1 more somewhere, because he's a bowler who can break the partnership straight away. He's doing very well. He need to continue that, and of course he's a big asset for KKR along with Sunil Narayan, and he has grown like anything. He's more accurate now. Last year he was good and bad, but this year he's brilliant. Almost all the games he has done well, and KKR should utilize him in a manner so that they can use him maximum, and he can do maximum damage to the other side.
Well, we now welcome the Maidan's cricket journalist from Mumbai. His name is Tos Rizvi. Tos, welcome to the show. The chasing side has won 56 of the 99 games played at the Eden Gardens. While the team batting first has won only 42, do you think CSK will get into the trouble considering the form that they are in and considering that the opponent bowling they are up against? Do you think CSK is down and out already?
Yeah, obviously, why not? They are a fantastic side. Chennai Super Kings, unfortunate that they have had a very ordinary season compared to what they have done wonders in the last so many years with 5 IPL titles. Definitely, they have a very good team. But unfortunate this year, yeah, they have. We saw exactly what they did in the last game against RCB. It was a very close game. Only if Deval Brevis had taken that DRS, they might have won that match against RCB, the league leaders. But if you look at the batting order, definitely it has got a good, strong batting order with Jadeja in form, Brevis there, the young talented Brevis. Of course, the two openers, Sheikh Rashid and Ayush Matri, then Mahendra Singh Dhoni and Shivam Dubey. You can't discount him. The way he went about positively with a lot of intent. Definitely, Chennai Super Kings is a fantastic side, and they have the potential. And if they play to their potential, if they are fortunate today, they can easily chase down any total put up by KKR. I mean, obviously, KKR themselves are some of the best batters, some of the biggest batters, match winners. But then at the end, I mean, they still have better bowling lineup. If Sunil Narain or Varun Chakravarti they click, it's difficult. But then Chennai Super Kings definitely have a very good batting lineup to chase down any total if it's their day. Otherwise, I mean, they have been five-time IPL champions.
Well, CSK have scored runs in IPL with a strike rate of 143 runs, while CSK has scored with a strike rate of 133. Which team seems to be most strong in scoring bit while they were to bat first? Your views on this?
Yeah, KKR has a very good side. I mean, just look at their batting lineup. Although, yeah, they haven't been consistent, especially Ajinkya Rane has been doing so well. He's been in good touch, but then it doesn't happen with Ajinkya Rane alone. I mean, you can't. He's not a match winner, or maybe he's not somebody who's going to win you matches single-handedly. He needs support. He needs support from big hitters like positive players, aggressive players like Andhra Russell, Venkatesh Iyer, the 26 crore man, and then Rinku Singh. So the people who matter more, the impact players, are these big hitters, the intent creators, people who can be aggressive at will or in any kind of situation. Ajinkya Rane is doing a perfect job of giving good starts, playing that anchor's role, which is also needed in this particular format. And looking at the strike rate that you came up with, yeah, definitely these guys, KKR, have got a better strike rate compared to Chennai Super Kings. Chennai Super Kings is also, I mean, they also have a fantastic batting in the middle order, as we saw the lineup: Jadeja, Shivam Dubey, Mahendra Singh Dhoni, Deval Brevis. I mean, talented as well as performers, people who have done extremely well in the past. But then, if you look at the current situation, KKR is looking favourites. Yeah, obviously, MS Dhoni's side has a is out of the tournament, but they were very close in their match against RCB. So I think it's going to be a close contest. But with KKR being around, they being in more confident, in good form compared to Chennai Super Kings. Obviously, if they get a chance to bat first, definitely they will look to score big. And with Ajinkya Rane in form, and if they're batting first, he will take the team through with others, revolving around his batting. So he's going to play that anchor role. So I think it's more KKR's game rather than Chennai Super Kings. But if Chennai Super Kings comes good in this particular game, it's going to be one good match.
Well, there you had it. You had four of the best voices of the game talking about in details with statistics about the stories, the drama, all the data that put together in this show called Cricket Predictor, brought to you by 1xBet. We're making infrastructures. I'm Sunil Yashkalra, signing off from the beautiful Marbella Resorts in Sharjah, just behind the Flag Island. Don't go anywhere else. We'll be back after a short commercial break. See you soon.